For 2017, we're doing some different things and modifying how we approach what we eat a mostly paleo uh, template right now. Although we have some things that we've added in to deal with different things. Also, I was more paleo than she was when we got together, so we kind of just
Still is.
mashed up what we did food wise, and it became this hybrid. And so as we start the new year, what we are trying to do is we're trying to now come up with a system that is not kind of haphazardly pushed together, but instead is intentionally created by both of us to help us be successful in what we're doing. So to do that, we first need to start with a clean slate. And starting with a clean slate for us means that we are going to do a January Whole 30 like a lot of people might be doing at their gym or personally or just as a group of friends, in the office or whatever. So we're going to talk a little bit about what Whole 30 is, why it's different from paleo, and what the goal is. Whole 30 is designed to not be a sustainable framework in terms of long term. It is a tool to use from time to time, and the reason that it is Whole 30 is because you do it for 30 days.
Consecutive 30 days.
Yeah,
That's important.
it is important. Consecutive 30 days. And so it builds on the paleo framework. Sometimes people might call it something like paleo plus. The
Elimination
idea
diet is
is
probably
elimination diet is another way people view it. But you are getting rid of everything that might cause you issues. And so anything that would cause you problems in terms of your food intake, you're going to get rid of. And so for that, Rachel has written you guys up some rules here
maybe
from
backwards.
it is backwards because
Uh-oh.
it's a backwards camera. So
Uh-oh.
we did not write them backwards. But anyway, so
Not
you
that
can't
good.
read it.
We'll write it below.
Yeah. Anyway, the obvious one is the one that everybody understands. I'm gonna drink less next year, or in this case, you're not gonna drink at all for 30 days.
Or smoke.
Or smoke. No tobacco, no alcohol for 30 days. That's kind of the step one of of cleaning things up in terms of what you put in your body. Step two is you're getting rid of sugar, and this is all sugars of any kind and all sweeteners of any kind. There's a little bit of a exception to that, but that's at the end. So no sugar, but also no honey, no maple syrup, no monk fruit sweetener, no coconut sugar, no molasses, no artificial sweeteners of any kind,
Not even stevia.
no sugar alcohols. And so the idea here is that you're getting rid of all of that in order to help you get ready to have a cleaner food intake and get rid of your sweet tooth, crush your sweet tooth. It's something that gets us all the time. The one exception to this is there are things that you might have that are sweetened with fruit juice. And if it has fruit juice in it, yeah, that's a sugar, but it's not in such concentrations that it's going to justify being that. And the other thing is sometimes people who make sauces will use unsweetened applesauce. And since it's unsweetened applesauce, there's no added sugar in it. It's just the apples that have been turned, processed into a sauce. Then that's okay. And so people that make things like a ketchup or a barbecue type sauce, they'll use unsweetened applesauce as part of the base to take some of the bitterness that might show up. So those are the caveats to that. You also don't get any legumes. Oh, Theodore's back. Hey, bud. Bad ears in the house. So no legumes of any kind, no beans. Beans cause issues in your gut, and as part of this is where some people flip the table and run away, and that is that you have to get rid of peanut butter. So
this is actually why I haven't gone straight paleo yet, because there were months of Steve, you will have to pry peanut butter from my cold dead hand. 70 pounds of dog is trying to climb into his lap right now.
Theodore is a very, very large lap dog. So here he is. Anyway,
No legumes.
no legumes, no dairy. Theodore, you don't make this video very easy to do. And you also get no dairy, and that is because the proteins in cow milk tend to give some humans issues. Not all, but some. And so some humans have issues with it, and so you're eliminating it for 30 days to see if you are one of those people. The exception or caveat to this is that you can have ghee. Ghee is butter that has been rid of all of its proteins, and it is only the fat. And so since it is only the fat, you can have it. The caveat with legumes is that you can have green beans and sugar snap peas, and because you are eating the husk, the green part of the bean, more than you are eating the actual legume part. And so since it is not really the bean that you're eating, then you can have that as well. There are two other parts of this, and that is that you will not have any processed foods, which means you're going to make everything yourself. It also means you will probably not be eating out at all, and you will not have a cheat of any kind. There is no cheating on Whole30. The idea here is you do a perfect 30 days, and then you have a methodical approach to what you reintroduce and how you reintroduce it, so that you can then know, okay, this gives me issues, this does not give me issues, this is something I can eat in moderation, this is something I can't eat at all, and this is something I can have as much as I want of. And so Whole30, like I said, is our blank slate and our tool so that we can develop a plan for the rest of this year, so that I can compete, so Rachel can compete, so I can finish grad school, and so Rachel can do her job to the best of her ability, and so this guy can stick his tongue out and make weird faces.
Just one quick thing about Whole30 is if you have any questions, go to the website. It's the word whole with a W, WHOLE, the number 30.com. They have tons of resources there. And when we say no processed food, that also means not taking things that are acceptable on the diet and then turning them into things you're not supposed to have. So they really don't want you making like paleo birthday cake or, you're crutching yourself along is what you're doing. Is if you have a problem now with refined sugar and carbs and you're making paleo pancakes and every day you're having, muffins and things like that, then you're not really breaking the psychological cycle that you're stuck in, which is part of the Whole30 process. So,
there you go. Yeah. We're going to try and keep all of our videos to 7-8 minutes throughout this, and we're going to document what we do. We have personal social media accounts. We have a joint social media account. We'll be putting all of that in the description and the comments for you guys, and then we'll have an email which is tied to this account, which people can ask us questions if they do too. But you'll see things that we like, recipes that we make, our dogs, our training, and how we approach things, and then kind of our general weirdness as well. So we hope you guys are able to kind of help with this. We've collectively lost a couple 100 pounds, myself 150, Rachel over 50. So we've kind of tried and tested various avenues to do this, and
we have failed a lot. We've collectively tried and failed at so many things, and if you have questions, especially about starting weight loss, Steve and I both, just as like background, we weren't skinny people that then got fat for some reason and then like decided to get in shape. We were always chubby, so we understand that. Like, we get that mentality, and like, I clearly, as you can see in the video, am not a little person. I have a very big chest. I have a very big back. I get called sir from behind a lot, but I'm only 5 feet tall. So there's a lot of questions that you may feel you want to ask us that isn't necessarily something we cover in the videos. If you send a dick pic, please like send it to Steve because I think like he would enjoy that more than me.
Thanks.
You're welcome.